Members of the committee, my name is Jeremy Newman. I'm the policy director at the Texas Homeschool Coalition. We are registered in favor of the bill. I wanted to give you guys a little bit of background on some of the discussion that happened earlier about this bill, and also just state that THSC's interest in this bill is from a parental rights perspective. THSC is the largest statewide advocacy parental rights organization in the state of Texas. And the bill that we're discussing today is really just talking about whether or not notice should be provided to a family who's adopting families through DFPS, and that the notice provided to them is that the siblings of those adopted children can potentially file suit against you. So from our perspective, this is really kind of just a no-brainer issue that the family who's making these adoptions should be aware of potential lawsuits that they may be subjected to. To the conversation that happened earlier, the family that was up here earlier, the Roach family, are actually members of our organization, and it is my understanding that the bill that was filed last session that allowed for these type of suits was actually filed by the family who has sued them so that they could sue them. And so I know that we mentioned to the senator earlier that if there are changes the committee is considering to potentially try and address the way that the suits actually work and not just the notice requirement, we would be interested in working on that.
Right, and I think the committee agrees with the bill by Senator Colkhurst to give notice to those families, because I think everybody should be notified. But it brought up the other issue, which is what was the intent behind the original bill filed last session, and either the intended consequences or the unintended consequences that clearly need to be addressed by the legislature. So thank you for your testimony.